Hi, everybody. This is Tamara from Moogly, and we are, fingers crossed, live with you here today on Facebook and YouTube. Hi, Kathy. Looks like you're responding. I can see myself on that screen, so I know we're good for YouTube. Give me just a second. I'm going to hit refresh here on Facebook so that if you guys have any questions live here, I can try and answer them. If you're watching the recording of this later, please do come on over. And still leave a comment or come on over to the blog and leave a question there, and I will do my best to answer your question there. So Facebook seems to be on a little bit more of a delay, so we're going to let that go for now, and I'll answer your questions later. Hi, Kathy, Julia, and Priscilla, and Winnie, and Jackie. Thank you so much for joining me today. So what's been going on Moogly in the past couple weeks, right? So this past weekend, I was at Stitch Up Chicago, which you probably heard me talk about in the days and weeks leading up. It was amazing as always. It was my either third or fourth time. I've started to lose track, but I cannot wait to go to more of them. Chicago is, of course, a super fun city, and we were able to catch the eclipse a little bit on the way back. Not totality, of course, but it was a really fun adventure. I didn't get really any pictures there. Stitch Up Chicago it's really different. It's not like a conference. It's more like a retreat where everybody puts their phones away. Like there's a professional photographer there taking pictures, but other than that, everybody really puts their phone down, and it's about visiting and being together and crocheting and knitting and just making new friends. So I don't really have anything picture-wise to show for it. There's some other great ones online, people who did take the time to do that, but I will be able to share some of the goodies and discount codes for that coming up hopefully here next week, so everybody will be able to use them. We might just have a giveaway too. We'll see what I can put together here. Past couple days have just been getting caught up again from Facebook started late. That's what happened. All right, Jeff just passed me a note. So sorry about that, Facebook, if you just kind of fell into it. We had a little delay on Facebook. Basically, I'm just chatting away and saying I was at Stitch Up Chicago this weekend, and it was a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll have a video, not a video, a giveaway for it coming up soon. All right, this is what happens when I try and multitask. I can see myself now on Facebook. Everything's up and running. So let's get into what's been happening. We've got a new crochet along block, of course, block number 7. Lots of gorgeous ones already up in the Facebook group. But here it is. Oh, I just realized I missed one end because I'm looking at the back. This is what it looks like from the front. And there's my one, the very first end. Somehow I missed weaving in when I made mine. But this is what it looks like from the back. So you can see it's a really beautifully reversible square. This one was by Umbauka Design. Hi, Yvonne from Detroit, and Priscilla, everybody. Thank you. So yeah, this is our newest crochet along block. Now, if you're new to the Moogly crochet along, it's been going since 2014 with a brand new block every 2 weeks, except for December, which we take off to assemble our projects and, focus on a few other end of the year things. So this is our latest one. It's block number 7. Do not be afraid. Say, oh my gosh, we're so far in. Jump in anytime. It will help you improve your crochet skills. It'll give you a whole community on Facebook to crochet along with, and it's just a whole lot of fun. I'm a big proponent of these crochet alongs, not only because they're fun and I host them, but because when I was first learning to crochet, it was a little different setup and everything, but I joined a crochet along on Ravelry, and my crochet skills really skyrocketed from that experience. So I always like to recommend, if you're someone who wants to improve your skills or just needs a couple fun projects, this is a really fun way to do it. We put them together in blankets, pillows, whatever you want at the end of the year. So I am using Red Heart with Love for my crochet along this year. I'm a big fan of With Love. It is soft, it's squishy, but it still wears beautifully. So big fan of that. Some people are using Kieran 1 pound, also a great option. Tons of colorways available in that one. So really, whatever worsted weight or Aran weight yarn you like works best. If you want to use a thinner yarn, you'll just have a smaller square at the end. All right, so that's up with that. And then, here we go. The newest pattern, our newest squish. This is the Fox Squish. It's brand new. Just came out April 1st. Didn't do that on purpose. Wasn't trying to fool anybody. But here is the Fox Squish. Let me pull it back a little bit so you can see. This one has a great big tail. So most of the squishes so far have primarily just been filled with these squishy pillow balls. Couple little pieces here and there have needed a little bit of fiber fill. For this one, I did use a little bit more. But you can see I didn't overstuff it. I left it I didn't want it to get heavy. So it's pretty lightly stuffed, but just enough to help it hold its shape. And then it's sewn on at the back. Now, the placement of this tail, and I'll be making the video tutorial for this actually a little bit later today, but the placement of this tail covers the color jog. So if you're someone who started making this project and you say, oh, I've got this color jog in the back, you just sew the tail right where it is, covers it all up. I've got you. I thought of it. So this one just uses 3 colors. We've got an orange. I think it's orange leaf is the official color. This is a birch, and this is, of course, coal, I think is the name they use for their black. So whatever orange, white, and black you want to use, or you can mix up the colors. I added just a little bit of detailing there to the ears, and this guy's got a little snout. And then the little feet and the tail. There we go. So this is it. This is the new Fox Squish. Like I say, I'll be filming the video tutorial for this afternoon as soon as we get off here, maybe eat a little lunch. And then that will hopefully be up here at the end of this week. So the Fox Squish free pattern up now on mooglyblog.com. PDF available, of course, if that's what you prefer, using Bernat blanket. And just three little extra pieces here, the safety eyes and the nose. And then, of course, I use the pillow balls. I've got them linked, of course, in the pattern. In every Squish pattern, I've linked to the balls I use. And if you don't want to use those, you can use fiber fill or old clothes, old yarn, whatever you want to use. I won't tell. So Fox Squish, latest pattern here on Moogly. Alrighty. Big guy. Have to find a place to put him down. So, oh, thank you guys. I'm so glad you like him. It was a lot of fun. You know, I'm getting requests like at least every time there's a new Squish that comes out, basically, I get a few requests for new animals. And it's always so hard to pick which one to make next because I want to make them all, but, you know, gotta squeeze them in here and there. So lots more on the list to come yet. I know a dog is a big one. A panda is a big request. The fox was a big request, and that one also included my sister, so it got a little bumped. But I think one I'm really interested in trying is I kind of want to make a snail, so we'll see. Lots more to come this year and the next, I'm sure. So that is the latest one. Now, the pattern before that, which I'd hoped to wear in Chicago this weekend, but it was actually a little bit chillier than I anticipated, is the Bayside Tea. So let me hold that up here. I should have thrown this one on today, but I had it over here in the pile to show instead. So let me hold it up here without running into the microphone. There we go. A really simple, beautiful top made with Peyton's Grace or whatever, you know, lighter weight yarn you want to use. It uses the track stitch. Some people have said, wow, that's a really open weave. And that was intentional because it's meant to be just thrown over a little tank or something for the summertime. Or, of course, if you wanted to, you could throw it over something heavier for the winter. That video tutorial is now up. So I just wanted to point that out. You can get the video tutorial for that as well. And that pattern includes sizes from extra small up to 5X. It's a little oversized. It's kind of a slouchy throw over the top of a tank type of tee. So you've got some variation there. If you want a tighter fit, absolutely go down a size. I've included the bust measurements. No buses, just a bust measurement with that one as well. So going on down my list, again, you'll find links to all these things in today's post. I just printed out the post in order to know what to talk about. The Karen Crochet Hair Bandana. When I did the Karen Cakes showcase, this was one of the patterns I got really excited about right here. So I did a whole Karen's Cakes showcase on Michael's, and then we did a class for this hair bandana, and both of those are also now up on mooglyblog.com. This is just a really fun beginner project to make, maybe advanced beginner, you know, somebody who's a little past the very beginning stuff, because we do have to work into the edge just a little bit here along this top edge. But it's a lot of fun. You grow it out this direction, so you can actually make this any size you want. The full-sized one, and I've got a pretty big head, but the full-sized one fits me really well. You can see right here, it's got a fair bit of stretch to it. So if you wanted to make this for kids, you know, just different sizes, because it gets bigger and it grows out this way, you can just stop whenever you get to the size you want. So if you want to make it, you know, for a smaller child, just stop, add fewer rows, and you'll be all set. Super easy pattern to adjust. This is made with one of the Karen Cakes. It's the Skinny Cakes, Karen Skinny Cakes. And you can get at least, especially more if you make them smaller, but full size, you can get at least 6 of them out of each cake, which is phenomenal. So if you're doing craft fairs this summer, or you like to do batch gifting, you know, you got lots of nieces, nephews, grandkids, whatever, that can be another great option. And like I say, great for craft fairs this summer. They whip up really quick. You can definitely do those while you're multitasking. Let's see what else. Oh, we've got our new giveaways. Just started a new one yesterday. Had to think about what day it was. Crochet Baby Sets by Christy Simpson. Brand new book just came out. This has really what I would call sort of your basic layout. It's 30 different patterns. They're sort of coordinated, but personally I think, you know, with the right yarn choices, they would mix and match, and they all use DK weight yarn. You know, the 3-weight yarns. You can pick one color, you know, one colorway, and definitely mix and match between these different patterns. You don't have to keep them separate. I think a lot of them really do coordinate quite beautifully. And of course, your color choices will make them all match. So I do have a review and giveaway up for this on Moogly right now, but I want to show you at the beginning to kind of show the different sets. It's a little shiny paper, so it's hard to get. There we go. You can see those 4 sets. Some of them have like hats and a booty. These are first three are kind of similar. Then this one's got a cardigan and some mitts to it. I always forget about mitts. It's been so long since my littles were babies. And then on the next page here, you can see the rest of those sets. There's a dress. There's this really cool vest and hat set. This one actually has a bib, but for some reason it isn't in this photo. I really love the bib in this set. It's super cute. And then, yeah, just some really great basic patterns. Like I say, you could definitely mix or match those. And it's the kind of, like I say, basic stuff where, okay, over the years, certain colors might fall out of fashion and stuff. You just pick the latest colors, and these are going to be great basics you can pick up anytime you've got, you know, a baby shower coming up, a new kid in the family, whatever. Pick a couple patterns that you enjoy making out of this, and you're going to have something really lovely every time. So just a great sort of reference baby crochet book right here by Christy Simpson. Again, courtesy of Stackpole Books. We've got a giveaway going on Moogly right now, so do check that out. And then, of course, I always like to have a yarn giveaway going, or at least something close to it. And right now, it is the Red Heart All-in-One Granny Square. We did a giveaway for this when it first came out. I think it was either the end of last year or at the very beginning of this year. Time is starting to lose meaning. But this is really fun stuff. You've heard about me talk about it before. The reason we brought it back for a second giveaway so soon is because there are 2 brand new colorways that I think anybody who loves Red Heart Super Saver is going to be very excited about. I don't have them. They're still too new. I don't even have them myself. But there is a pastel one and there is a neon brights one. Both of these are going to be very familiar to anybody who's used the Red Heart Super Saver striping or multicolored yarns before. These are, I'm surprised they didn't have them up front. These have to be the 2 most popular colorways, and now they've turned them into Granny Square as well. So very exciting stuff. Do check that out. Super fun yarn, a little bit of a learning curve, but personally I think it's worth it. But you guys know me, I hate weaving in ends, so I love this yarn. And in fact, today I'm wearing the Market Day cardigan, which I made with this particular shade, which is, I do not remember, Erin and Cream. My brain. Erin and Cream is the official name. But we do have another giveaway going for this one right now. Like I say, I enjoy the look of granny squares as a crocheter, and I can certainly make them, but I didn't really get into them before until I knew I could make them without having a billion ends to weave in. So big fan. Yes, I am wearing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here so I can see everybody on Facebook. Hi, Catherine and Kay and Tammy. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so what else? Back to my list here before I lose track. Okay, so that's basically everything that's been going on the last couple weeks. Like I say, Stitch Up Chicago was amazing, and I hope to have a post up all about it next week. I'm waiting for the pictures from the photographer so I can put it together and show you guys what we did. And then, of course, I will be putting a giveaway together for that as well on my to-do list for the week. Now, for the sneak peek for this week, where'd it go? Where'd I put it? I will show you the yarn that I'm using on my next project. It's a brand new yarn. I would recommend if you see it in the store, snatch it up. I don't know how long it's going to be around. They don't tell me all that stuff, but it is new Bernat Lattice. Let me get it to focus. There we go. Isn't this lovely? I love oranges. I can't wear them. They look terrible with my skin tone, but I absolutely love to look at them and use them on my home decor. This is a really lovely yarn. It is made of, let me get it exactly right here, 54% polyester, 28% acrylic, and 18% nylon. And each ball has 389 yards. That's pretty phenomenal. It's a medium. That's the most important, right? It's a worsted weight yarn. And this one in particular is called Rust Mix. They all kind of have a mix name. If I hold it up really close and wait for it to focus, there we go. You can see there's some color variation there inside. It's sort of wound into the strand itself. Adds a lot of dimension and depth to this yarn. And it's also incredibly soft. Again, don't have feel-o-vision, but I can do some squishing here. Is that a hair? Yes, I always have a hair on everything. There we go. But you can see it's really squishy and it's actually very, very soft. It feels really nice. So I am really excited. I have a project in progress. If you were at Stitch Up Chicago, you might have seen the swatch. But it will be a Mother's Day sort of shawl wrap thing that I am working on right now. Well, I will be working on tonight because I just finished up the next crochet along square. So that will be coming up. I'm using 6 different colors. You can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many you want to use. So if you spot some Bernat lattice in the store, go ahead and pick it up. I do not think you'll regret it. This is a really, really lovely feeling yarn. And I just love, let's get one more look here, sort of up close at that color variation inside each strand. You can see how it's kind of twisted up in there, almost like a ribbon inside. But it doesn't feel rough for it. You know, sometimes when you get like sparklies or things, it'll have that rough feeling to it. And this stuff really does feel really, really nice. So you'll have to look for it at your local store and give it a squish and a feel if you can. If you're not finding it at your local store, it is available on yarnspirations.com. Although I haven't checked today to see how their stock is. So that is Bernat lattice. And then the last thing I have on my list is I have one more Michael's crochet class coming up. This was the weird thing. When I was on michaels.com yesterday, and this was just yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and do it live. Bear with me for just a second, you guys. I'm going to head over. I'm going to pull my laptop in a little closer and see if michaels.com has brought back their online class listing. Because as of yesterday, they were all down. So when you go to michaels.com, we're going to just walk through this together. There should be a spot that says online classes. Now, I am on my laptop, so sometimes that can be hard to find. If you're on a laptop or a phone, you have to go to the hamburger menu, and then you should get a drop down that says classes, and you can click on that. If you're on your desktop, it's usually along the top right, which is what I'm used to being on. And then we scroll down. We'll just walk through this together here. And then in the middle, there's a big box that says online classes. If I can get the pop-up to go away. There we go. I'm going to click on it and see if they're back up today. Because yesterday when I was writing up the post for today, all the online classes had kind of disappeared temporarily, I presume, because I know they're happening. So it is loading, but it's taking a minute. Okay, they're back. So that means after today, I will be popping onto today's post and putting the link directly to it. In the meantime, I do have a link to the page where now, today, the classes are loading. So you just have to scroll down a little bit. My class is April 16th. There it is. I see it. It is for the spring-inspired crochet bucket hat. See if we can turn this around. You can see that one right in the middle there, the little bucket hat there. That is exactly what you are looking for. That is what I will be teaching April 16th, 1 p.m. Central Time. You do have to sign up for the Michaels classes. They're free, but you have to sign up because they're via Zoom, so you have to get a Zoom link for them. You can't just, pop over to Michaels and join in. That said, if you cannot make the live classes, totally get it. Michaels does put them up free on their YouTube, usually within 48 hours, a little longer if it's the weekend. And then I also try and get that video then and put it into a post on Moogly, and I will include the video as well as links to the yarn and the pattern. So it's all in one place. So that will be coming up on Moogly as well if you're not able to make that live class. But once again, that's April 16th. I've got a link to the pattern up already on mooglyblog.com. I'll be adding a direct link to the class here when I go back in and add this video as well. So that is everything on my list. And yet I feel like I'm forgetting something. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. I think that's it for now. I'll give you one more sneak peek. one more sneak peek of something that will be in that prize from Stitch Up that I'll be putting together. Isn't this cute? This is from Red Heart. This was a promotional item they sent for all the attendees. And I got a couple extras, so I'll be including 1 or 2 in the prize. You're wondering, what is this mysterious cube that says Red Heart on the top? It's a little lip balm. Isn't that adorable? It's one of those little round lip balms. They're, of course, well sealed. This one is one I've been using. But I love it. It's just so fun. And it's just a great little bonus. I'm just in love with these. I think they're adorable. I guess maybe if you get promotional stuff for your work, look into this because it's super cute and super popular. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, hi everybody. Hello friends. Hello Liz and Catherine and Kay. Everybody, thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. You're right. Stitch Up Chicago was fantastic. It was amazing. It's over for this year, but if you get a chance to go next year, I highly recommend it, or any of the other Stitch Ups that might be coming. I hear rumors about Brooklyn and somewhere else. My guess is going to be New Orleans, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, I'll share all the news that I can about that here in my upcoming post later this month, and as well as a brand new pattern using Bernat Lattice. And I will have the video tutorial for the Fox Squish up hopefully Friday. That's the plan. That said, Friday, immediately after getting that up, we'll be taking off Braden, who I've talked to you guys about before. I don't usually talk too much about my kids, but my son Braden, who had the heart surgery a couple years ago, so some of you have been following up with that, and I appreciate it. He's doing great, and we are going to be doing a college visit this weekend. So talk about big changes, right? Big, exciting stuff. So like I say, our goal is to get that Fox Squish up. And then we'll be taking off to a little college visit, and then I'll be back next week with even more stuff. So in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you got a chance to get a peek at the eclipse in a very safe way and your eyes feel fine today. Everybody's feeling good and healthy. And I will talk to you all again soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.